In the 20th century, Hitler is remembered as one of history's most terrifying figures. From a non-commissioned officer, he rose to become the leader and highest commander of the Nazi movement, one of the most authoritarian regimes in the world, leading both the German people and the world into the Second World War, considered the most brutal in human history. How did Hitler's path to becoming the most notorious fascist leader unfold? Let's explore this through the following video. Hitler was born on April 20th, 1889, in the town of Braunau am Inn in Austria, near the border with Germany. His father was Alois Hitler, and his mother was Clara Pilzel. Growing up amidst the political turmoil of early 20th century Austria, as the Austro-Hungarian Empire was declining after centuries of European dominance, with minority groups demanding equal rights and autonomy, Austria's politics were marked by bitter ethnic disputes. Hitler, with his extreme nationalist sentiments, vehemently opposed these developments, believing that to save the empire, the Germans needed to re-establish their absolute authority. Hitler believed that the German people had the right to rule over other nations, especially the Slavs and Jews. These extremist ideas sowed the seeds for the most authoritarian fascist leader in human history. While living in Austria, Hitler closely followed the political activities of the major parties of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This observation helped him develop a sharp political mind, allowing him to see the strengths and weaknesses of contemporary political movements. Over time, Hitler's political acumen sharpened, transforming him into a master politician of Germany. According to historian William Shirer, who studied the history of the Nazi regime and authored The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, Hitler was obsessed with the idea of removing the border between Austria and Germany. This idea became clear when he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, the foundation for the Third Reich. In the opening lines of the book, Hitler wrote, "I feel as if destiny has chosen Braunau am Inn as my birthplace, for this small town lies close to the border that divides the Germans into two nations, which our generation has spent a lifetime trying to unite." On the day of the empire's collapse, Hitler and his mistress committed suicide in the bunker in Berlin, Germany, unwilling to surrender to the Allied forces. In terms of oratory skills, Hitler had always despised schooling from a young age. He tried his hand at being an artist and architect, but failed. In 1913, Hitler left Austria to live in Germany. At that time, Hitler was 24 years old, and to everyone he was just a penniless, friendless, and familyless individual, but he had one thing: an unwavering belief in the mission to revive Germany. In 1914, when World War I broke out, Hitler enlisted in a regiment of the Kingdom of Bavaria, part of the German Empire. Joining the military fulfilled the young man's desire to serve Germany and marked the beginning of his future political path. Hitler's starting point in politics was zero, but he possessed a remarkable skill: oratory. In September 1919, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, the precursor to the Nazi Party, founded by Anton Drexler. He joined as the 7th Central Committee member. Thanks to his outstanding oratory skills, Hitler attracted many prominent politicians, philosophers, and key figures in Germany to join the Nazi Party. Additionally, he quickly established himself as the party's supreme leader and expanded the movement throughout Germany. The events of Germany's surrender to the Allies and the signing of the Treaty of Versailles plunged the German economy and politics into despair. This chaotic political backdrop provided Hitler with an opportunity to poison the minds of the German people through his speeches. The young man spoke fervently about Germany's future, asserting that the Nazi movement would resurrect Germany, making it a powerful Third Reich, following the Roman Empire and the Bismarck Empire. However, Hitler's path to the political stage was far from easy and was fraught with challenges. In November 1923, Hitler was arrested following a failed coup at the Burger Bräukeler beer hall. He was charged with treason. However, during the trial, The young man, with his exceptional oratory skills and fervent nationalism, turned the courtroom into a platform for attacking the German leadership, propelling Hitler's name to new heights, beyond Germany's borders. Hitler was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but was pardoned after 6 months. During the period from 1924 to 1929, the Nazi movement declined significantly, but this did not shake Hitler's steadfast determination to gain power. Although released, Hitler was banned from public speaking for 2 years. Historian William Shirer refers to this period as Hitler's time of relaxation and romance, as during his house arrest, he completed Mein Kampf, My Struggle, which outlined his vision for Germany's future and how to become the master of the world. Despite the book's bizarre ideas, millions of Germans fervently embraced Hitler's thoughts. In 1929, the German economy continued to spiral into crisis. In the midst of German people's desperation, Hitler saw an opportunity to turn them into a supporting force for his ambitions. In 1930, the Nazi Party achieved a major victory in the general election, solidifying Hitler's power and marking a turning point that led Germany and the world into one of the darkest periods in human history. To consolidate his power following the election victory, Hitler quickly sought the support of German industrialists. Hitler believed that manufacturers would be instrumental in serving his insane objectives. He found favor as the leaders of German industry and finance were politically naive and blindly funded the Nazis, hoping that Hitler would facilitate their work. Within a short time, Hitler successfully convinced the industrialists to back him. Additionally, Hitler established a close network of fanatical and ruthless henchmen. Historian William Shirer referred to Hitler's close associates as the Five Tigers, including Hermann Göring, Heinrich Himmler, Joseph Goebbels, Ernst Röhm, and Rudolf Hess. After consolidating his power within the party, Hitler took a significant step forward in his political journey. In January 1932, he ran for president. Although he did not win, it was a crucial breakthrough. On January 30th, 1933, the unemployed young man who had arrived in Germany 10 years earlier ascended to the political stage as Chancellor of Germany. Historians mark January 1933 as the milestone for the establishment of the Third Reich. Upon becoming Chancellor, Hitler's first thought was to purge other political parties. With strategic acumen and cunning, he quickly absorbed other parties under the Nazi banner. The year 1934 marked a historically significant turning point in establishing Hitler's authoritarian rule. On August 2, 1934, President Paul von Hindenburg died. On the same day, Hitler announced the consolidation of the positions of Chancellor and President, becoming the Führer and Supreme Commander of Germany. The young, unknown man from 11 years prior had now completed the establishment of a dictatorship and became the most brutal fascist leader in human history. In his memoirs, General Heinz Guderian, the commander of the German army, wrote, "Hitler was Germany's destiny, and that destiny was irresistible." After eliminating domestic opponents, Hitler quickly turned his attention to foreign countries. At the time Hitler came to power, Germany's position was far from favorable. The Third Reich had almost no allies. In this isolated context, Hitler carried out a cunning diplomatic strategy, creating chaos among European rivals and enticing other countries to disarm. Hitler skillfully extricated Germany from the shadow of the Treaty of Versailles and embarked on a large-scale rearmament program. During the period of rearmament, the Allies could have punished Germany and destroyed the Third Reich from the start. But Hitler was too astute in choosing the timing, as the Allies were divided by domestic issues. The silence of the Allies provided an opportunity for Hitler to advance. While the Allies hesitated, Hitler accelerated the rearmament of the military at a rapid pace. By January 1934, the army had increased from 100,000 to 300,000. The German Navy and Air Force were also secretly expanded. Hitler and his high command assembled scientists and industrialists to develop the most advanced weapons. In just a few years, the German defense industry made unprecedented leaps, helping to build the army of the Third Reich. When establishing his regime, Hitler explicitly stated in his book, Mein Kampf, that Jews were the source of crime, prostitution, and white slavery. He believed that Jews were the cause of Germany's defeat in World War I. Once in power, Hitler began an ethnic cleansing program. He considered Jews to be inferior and undeserving of a place in Germany. Hitler interned Jews in concentration camps and treated them as slaves. Not only Jews, but other minority groups also suffered the same fate. Hitler's fanatical anti-Semitic ideas spread throughout Germany, ultimately leading to the most horrific massacres in human history. In the will he wrote a few hours before committing suicide, Hitler continued to attack Jews, blaming them for the bloody war he had instigated. Hitler, a fanatic who ruled Germany by selling the nation's soul to evil, to hatred and death. His cruelty and twisted ideology plunged the world into the deadliest conflict in human history. What are your views on this character? Share your thoughts in the comments section for discussion. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch the latest videos from the truth. Goodbye and see you next time. Bye.